You play 60 minutes in hockey, but tonight, all Colgate needed was 57 seconds. Tyson Spink, the opening goal. Charlie Finn and the Raiders defense pitches a shutout, and Colgate beats Union 2-0. Joe Wilson had the second goal for the Raiders in the game, as Finn and Colgate get the win. They've won their second straight now, and both have been by shutouts over Dartmouth last Saturday and here on Friday night against Union. A Union team that certainly, even though it's up and down this year, relies on its offense, and Colgate really neutralized those top scores.
Well, Finn played really well, but there was a couple of opportunities that Union had where you can see their, sometimes as it goes along, that shutout streak goes along, you tend to lose a little confidence in your ability to put the puck in the net.
Finn had a great game. Colgate's defense, all things considered, and the Vaughan Spink line played terrifically. What we wanted to see, if you're a Colgate fan, what you wanted to see from Don Vaughan's team, use the speed to its advantage early, and then really a balanced performance.
Yeah, and I think it was important for them to come out and have a real good start. I think that's, one of the keys as far as being victorious in the ECAC, and they certainly did it against Union College.
As we last checked, Colgate was 2 points behind Harvard, who's getting blasted at St. Louis, so that could be tied up. Dartmouth was a point ahead of Colgate, and they were in a tie. So we'll have some standings update for you later. But first, Don Vaughan, the head coach of Colgate, joins us after the win. This one, you had the lead just a minute in. You held on to it the rest of the way. Your thoughts on the team's performance tonight?
Well, I thought it was a gutsy effort, especially on the back end. We had some major miscues early in the game and caught a couple of breaks, a couple of posts. I thought Charlie made some key saves at the right time, but I was really proud of the effort of number 7 and number 4 for us. I thought Johnson and Lozzie played really well tonight. We didn't give up a lot of second and third opportunities by the net, and Charlie's going to make that save the first time, most of it, and I was just really proud of how we played in our own zone tonight.
Yeah, well, you did, and then tell me a little bit about the matchup. You had Vecchione and Ciampini, and you put Spinks and Vaughan out, so you got two offensive lines going against each other. Tell me your thought process there.
Yeah, it was more on the back end, Dan. What we were worried about, we were trying to get the right matchups with our defense. I've got a lot of respect for Kyle Bond and what he does with the puck and how he protects it, so I have no problem there. And it's a great challenge for those guys. I think they rise to the occasion when they get a chance to play against, players like the two you mentioned from Union. So it brought their game to another level. But really, we were more concerned about who we had matching up with them on defense.
Right.
With Borkowski back in the fold and both Spinks together now, and they connected for that beautiful first goal. Is tonight a performance where you look at it and you go, this is the team in terms of health that we're hoping we would have for most of the year?
Yeah, perhaps. We're still not, we're still not right where we need to be. We had to shorten our bench on the back end a little bit tonight just because we had some guys that haven't played a lot of minutes. We really missed Spiro, but we're getting close. I think, of all the games Mike has played since he's been back, this was one tonight. I think that it wasn't his best, and I think you could see his leg a little bit tired. But, the fact that he's even out there to begin with is a huge plus for us. And, I know he'll be ready to go and better tomorrow night. So we're getting close, but we're not quite where we want to be.
And now you've got back-to-back games in which you've had shutout, but not to mention two different goaltenders.
Yeah, I guess that's a luxury. Hammy played really well last week at Dartmouth, and I know that pushed Charlie this week. Charlie had an unbelievable week of practice, and it's no secret or surprise that he did based on how Hammy played. There's nothing with a little competition back there, isn't there, Dan?
Oh, friendly competition is best.
Don Vaughan, the winning head coach for Colgate. They're 2-0 victors tonight. Thank you, Don.
Thank you, guys.
Back here up in the booth, and you heard about Charlie Finn. He talked about the great week of practice that he had showed tonight from early on. Charlie Finn, he is our player of the game for the Colgate Raiders. A shutout for Colgate, the second straight game. The only thing that went in was a shot from beyond the blue line that was ruled to be a delayed offside. Everything that was up close, Finn was a brick wall.
Well, you could see he had his glove hand going.
And Charlie Finn joins us now, our player of the game tonight for Colgate. Just talked to your coach, Don Vaughan. He said you had a great week of practice. How were you feeling coming into tonight's game?
I felt really good. Obviously, a ton of confidence coming from the guys and the rest of the team, so that obviously helps all the time. And I was just taking it day by day, and everyone was very patient with me. And I think that our trainer, Steve Chouinard, actually was a really big help and probably the main component in me getting back early.
Now, with regard to that goal that did go in, of course, it was disallowed because it was offside. Did you know that it was a delayed offside, or did it just take a wild bounce off that petition on the glass?
Oh, yeah, of course I knew.
Good answer. Good answer.
You played your hand well, whether or not you did know it, Charlie. But another shutout for you guys, back-to-back games. I know you were in goal after Zach Hamilton was the last game. Where do you see this defense right now, the guys in front of you, as you're down the stretch run?
Yeah, I actually wasn't at the Dartmouth game, but I was watching on TV, and I thought we just played really, really well, shut down D. Zach Hamilton, obviously, he's a phenomenal goalie as a freshman, and he always brings it, whether it's in practice or the games that he gets. So I think just as a collective unit, forwards and D, and I guess goaltending too, that we've really just tightened up. And it's the stuff we work on in practice every day, the little things, the details, and I think it's starting to pay off.
Well, shutout tonight, 2-0 win over Union, the defending champions, and a good start here to the stretch run. Charlie, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. All the best.
Charlie Finn, the goalkeeper for Colgate. He makes 35 saves in the win, really made most of those later in the game in the second and third periods. The power play is the same, but it's that saves number, Dan, which really jumps out. What a performance by him tonight.
Yeah, no question. He was real solid back there.
ECAC standings are pretty close right now. Colgate started the day 2 points behind Harvard. They are right there now. Yale and Dartmouth just above them in the race for the 3 and 4 spots, which would mean a game of home ice in the ECAC tournament. And Union one behind RPI. Yale and Quinnipiac right now, by the way, tied at 2 currently in overtime. All things considered tonight for Colgate, you got off to the fast start, and Don Vaughan talked about some miscues early. Seems like a team, though, that is definitely headed in the right direction.
Yeah, well, they've got RPI coming in tomorrow night, and depending on what happens over in Ithaca, New York, I'm sure they're going to be ready to go.
Dan, pleasure to work with you as always.
Thank you, Kevin. Same with you.
The leading goal scorer, here he is in Colgate history, Dan Fridgen, here at Colgate, where Spink and Wilson put up the 2 for the Raiders, and a 2-0 win for Colgate, keeping its hopes very much alive for a top 4 seed in the ECAC tournament. That's all for our coverage here at Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night from Star Arena, where the Raiders improved to 17-11-3 and dropped the defending champion Dutchman to 14-15-2. For our entire crew here at Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, to Teresa Alessio, for Pete Gaines, for Dan Fridgen, I'm Kevin Brown saying so long from Hamilton, where Colgate's a 2-0 winner over Union. This has been a presentation of Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.